Welcome to Nawiri Wellness Stories. Here, we will share with you stories of how life affects us differently and impacts our wellness. If you can relate in any way to the characters in these stories, you're welcome to reach out to share your story too. With these stories, we seek to bring to light different experiences which affect us adversely, to normalize the experiences and in some instances propose possible ways of navigating them. Welcome. Today's story is about Do My Needs Matter? Protas was the last-born child to his mother. He had 4 older siblings who were all at least 10 years older than him. For this reason, when he was born, his siblings were part of his caregivers in the earlier years. Unfortunately for him, his father got into the wrong side of the law and was sentenced to serve lifetime in prison. For this reason, he didn't get to have a meaningful relationship with him. The dad served 3 years in prison for theft by servant. When he got out of prison, Protas' mother had moved on and was in relationship with another man. Protas' father wasn't lucky as he fell ill shortly after coming out of jail, and within 2 years of his release from jail, he died from his illness. Protas' mother was a beautiful lady and she attracted many a man. At some point, she had 2 partners at the same time residing in different towns. One of them discovered that she was staying with the other and became very violent. This man almost killed Protas' mother with a knife he was wielding. She survived on account of a neighbor intervening. Protas was still a child. He saw all these altercations and didn't understand their cause. He was only 6 years old. Unfortunately for Protas, his mother contracted HIV and soon succumbed to the related complications. At this point, Protas was taken in by an aunt, Aunt Joy. Aunt Joy didn't treat Protas well. She treated him like he was competition to her child who was the same age as Protas. So bad was the treatment that there were days when Protas was denied food and even the opportunity to go to school. When Protas fell ill, it had to take his illness getting very serious for him to be subjected to medical attention. The neighbors observed the treatment Protas was getting and alerted his older sister, who came and took him. The sister was a little better, but only just. His older sister, Sarah, was a trader who dropped out of primary school and got married young. She was absorbed with her business and appreciated any help she could get at no monetary cost. For this reason, when Protas was unwell, she didn't take him to hospital in the first instance. She acted as the doctor and gave him the medicine she believed he needed. When he didn't go to school on account of his illness, she gave him tasks to do for her around the house. She let him stay home for as long as he said he wasn't well. When Protas became an adult, his friends noted that he had the habit of self-medicating and postponing going to hospital when he was unwell. Self-care is an important aspect of our lives. We learn how to prioritize our needs and our wellness in our childhood by observing how our needs are responded to by our caregivers as we grow up. If we grow up in environments that pay attention to our needs and promptly respond, we learn that our needs matter and that attending to them is an act of love and kindness. If we grow up in an environment that seems to ignore our needs and treats our expressions of need as a nuisance best avoided and a disruption of the peace, then we learn that our needs are problematic. We learn that we ought to prioritize the convenience of others and as much as possible avoid expressing our needs and even seeking help, as it would be an inconvenience to others. This setup is very counterproductive to optimal well-being. If you're a caregiver of a child, do take time to pay attention to their needs. This will set a strong foundation for them to appreciate that their needs are important, that their needs are not an inconvenience to others, and that seeking help is not aimed at disturbing others. Can you relate to Protas' story? You're welcome to share your story on 0745 Nawiri. That is 0745 629 474, or email us on nawiriwellness@gmail.com.